New Zealand is the sixth wealthiest country in the world, sitting above the US and UK, but still behind Australia. After a decade of soaring house prices, booming stocks, and rising wages, do you actually feel wealthier? I spent 3 hours diving into the latest government stats, and the insights I've found are crazy. First, we'll take a look at the true average net worth of a Kiwi adult and household. Second, we'll break it down by group like age, gender, race, household size. We'll even look at the top 1, 20, and 50%. And third, and most importantly, where do you rank? Are you richer or poorer than you think? Let's jump straight into the data. Just a couple weeks ago, Stats NZ released their latest household net worth stats. Every 3 years, they interview 15,000 households in person for up to 40 minutes about their finances. It's a legal requirement, it's from the government, and it's by far our best data on the topic. In 2024, the median Kiwi adult had a net worth of $151,000. This represents the 50th percentile. So if you lined up 100 Kiwis, ranked from lowest to highest net worth, the one in the middle has the net worth of $151,000. The easiest way to explain net worth is if you sold everything you own and repaid everything you owe, how much would you have in your bank account? In finance terms, it's your assets minus your liabilities. Now, on the other hand, the average net worth of an individual in New Zealand is $501,000. In my opinion, though, this is not a great measure. The average requires us to add up all 100 people's income and divide it by 100. So if someone was worth $1 million and everyone else $50,000, 99 people would be feeling bad thinking they're poorer than average. In actual fact, those 99 people are tracking pretty well when you look at the complete group. So in this video, we'll take a look at the medians. So if you have a net worth of less than $151,000, you're in the bottom half of Kiwis. Higher than this, and you're in the top half. So that is for individuals. If you've been thinking about upgrading your website hosting, now's the time. With Kinsta, you're getting premium WordPress hosting and saving big this Black Friday. Your website is the front door to your business, and if it's slow, unreliable, or constantly down, it's like hanging a closed sign when customers come knocking. That's why having fast, secure, and reliable hosting is non-negotiable. Kinsta offers managed hosting for WordPress that's built for speed, security, and peace of mind. With 37 data centers and more than 300 CDN locations across the globe, Kinsta ensures your site delivers consistently fast performance everywhere. Security is next level too. Kinsta gives you enterprise-grade firewalls, DDoS protection, isolated environments, and up to 99.99% uptime guarantee, all backed by SOC 2 certification. So your site, your data, and your reputation stay protected. And if you ever need help, you're talking to real WordPress experts, not AI bots. Their support team is available 24/7, 365 days a year. If you sign up with Kinsta before December 2nd, you'll get 50% off on their monthly plans for 6 months, or 6 months free on their annual plan. Plus, you'll even get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they'll even move your site for you, no tech skills needed. So hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get started with Kinsta today. Next, let's take a look at household data. A household is basically any group of 2 or more people living under a single roof. It could be a couple, could be a flat, or it could be a family of 7. So the median net worth of a New Zealand household is $529,000, and the average is $1.041 million. If we look at the distribution of data, 109,000 households, or 5.4%, have negative net worth. This is where they owe more than they own. This can happen in many ways. First, the household could be a couple of PhD students that have yet to start earning, so their student loans would be much larger than their savings. Second, it could be a family that bought a home at the peak of the market, and now their mortgage is higher than the value of their home. The largest concentration of wealth, however, is between $1 and $100,000, with 21.7% of households. The distribution of household wealth then starts to slope downwards until we hit the maximum band of 1.5 million and upwards. Here we can see that 383,000 households, or 19.2% of the total, are worth more than $1.5 million. So that's nearly 20% of New Zealand households being worth more than $1.5 million. Since the last survey in 2021, the number of households with this kind of wealth grew by 112,000. When we consider that house prices have dropped, the economy has flatlined, and hear all the pessimism in the news, this is the story that no one is talking about. And further to that, the median Kiwi household was 33% wealthier in 2024 than in 2021, a jump of $130,000. This is the data. The median Kiwi household is actually doing very well when you look at their balance sheets. To be in the top 20% of Kiwi households, you'd need to have a net worth of at least $1.451 million. To be in the top 40%, you'd need a net worth of over $780,500. To be in the top 60%, you'd need $307,000. And finally, to be ahead of 20% of households, you'd need to be worth over $52,500. Contrary to popular rhetoric, New Zealand has actually become a more equal society over the past 3 years. Our Gini coefficient has dropped from 69.1 in 2018 to 66.1 today. The concentration of wealth held among the top 1, 5, and 10% of households has slid a few percent versus what we saw in 2021. Even in 2021, the numbers slid slightly, so the story of the rich getting richer isn't actually reflected in the data, both under a blue and a red government. The median Kiwi household owns a $765,000 home with a mortgage of $312,000. They own $64,000 worth of durables, including vehicles, whitewares, that kind of thing, and $15,000 of valuables. In their bank accounts and deposits, they have $16,000, and for those that own shares and crypto, $10,000 and $2,000 invested respectively. In pension funds like KiwiSaver, the median was $52,000. And over on the debt side, the median household has $20,000 in student loans and $4,000 in other debt like credit cards, personal loans, and buy now, pay laters. So that gives a bit of a picture of the median Kiwi household. Let's now look at the net worth by age. The median Kiwi, aged between 15 and 24, had a net worth of $4,000. They had about $1,000 in savings, $1,000 in pension accounts like KiwiSaver, and other miscellaneous assets like a car worth $3,000. As those aged 15 to 17 are unlikely to have started university, and many don't go at all, the median Kiwi in this age group doesn't have a student loan or any debt whatsoever. The average, on the other hand, is $7,000, capturing the large student loans we'd expect to see in this age group that the median person does not have. Next is the 25 to 34 age group with a median net worth of $47,000. The bank balance jumps to a median $3,000, KiwiSaver $10,000, and other possessions $16,000. In terms of the median debt at this age, we're looking at $8,000. Roughly 29% of my channel's audience are in this age group, so if you're worth more than $47,000, you're in the top half of people for your age. If you're under this, you're in the bottom half. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that button down below to see more videos just like this. Next along is the 35 to 44 age group with a median net worth of $132,000. Individuals aged between 45 and 54 have a median net worth of $314,000, and 55 to 64-year-olds have a median of $488,000. This continues to increase with age surprisingly, even after retirement, with 65 to 74-year-olds having a median $538,000, and 75 pluses with $590,000. So if you're above the median for your age, you're wealthier than your middle Kiwi. If you're below, you're in the bottom half. Looking at the breakdown of individual wealth by ethnic group, the median European has a net worth of $222,000. In the Māori community, this drops to $52,000, Pacifica $26,000, and Asian $61,000. Breaking the data down by gender as well, we can see that women tend to have a higher net worth as well. Men are worth a median $132,000, while for women, it's $13,000 higher at $143,000. An interesting insight here is the composition of assets between the two groups. Women tend to have higher balances of non-financial assets like houses, cars, and possessions with value. Men, on the other hand, have higher median balances of financial assets like stocks, KiwiSaver, and savings. Another angle to explore is by qualification. Having no qualification or leaving school with just NCA levels 1 through 3 resulted in the lowest median net worth reading at just $51,000 to $60,000. So if you've got a kid that wants to drop out of school early, this is a great data point to show them. This jumps to $236,000 for a level 4 qualification and $346,000 for a level 5 to 6 one. Surprisingly, we see a huge drop to just $194,000 for a bachelor's degree. Now this was surprising, but I have a suspicion why this might be the case. Level 4, 5, and 6 qualifications are usually trade-based certifications, so the graduates have a very clear path into careers. This includes financial advisors, mortgage brokers, tradies, or even my brother that works on Hollywood movies. A bachelor's degree, on the other hand, delays your entry into the workforce, and many people graduate without a clear career plan. So this was a fascinating insight that I think many career counselors in high schools should take note of. And finally, those with postgrads top the list with a median $372,000, and masters and doctors have a median $353,000. So the moral of the story here generally is to align your education with a clear career path. And at least from a net worth perspective, a level 5 or 6 qualification is just as useful as a doctorate. The final aspect we need to drill down into is the household size. Now this is very interesting. Here we look at all the different types of households, including the region they live in. Looking at the size of the household, two-person households have the highest net worth with a median of $741,000. The poorest are those with one person, obviously building wealth off of one salary, and households with 5 or more people. On one hand, this could be due to the cost of raising so many kids, but it could also be the effect of flats being included here. 3- and 4-person households sit in the high 500s. Moving along, couples top the list with a median net worth of $932,000. This was extremely surprising to me until I considered that this would include both young and old couples where the kids have since moved out. They have had a lifetime to accumulate assets, which I suspect is why the median is so high. Couples with one child have a median net worth of $491,000, while 2 or more children come to $636,000. The shocking stat here is the one-parent with children households, where the median drops to just $36,000. This shows the enormous financial strain separation can have on single parents. Now if we look at the tenure of the household, renters have a median net worth of just $57,000, while mortgage payers have a median of $727,000. So with property prices increasing drastically over the past few decades, homeowners have a significantly higher median net worth in New Zealand. Homeowners through a trust or without a mortgage have median net worths in excess of $1.2 million. And finally, by looking at regions, Wellington households have the highest median net worth at $658,000. Auckland sits at the bottom of the pile at just $444,000. With the most migrant arrivals, large student populations, and the highest cost of living, Aucklanders aren't as rich as many think. And another interesting finding is that the South Island has a slightly higher median net worth as compared to the North Island. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. It helps me grow the channel and encourages me to make more videos just like this. If anything surprised you, make sure to drop a comment down below. And if you are thinking about upgrading your web hosting, make sure to check out Kinsta by using my link down below in the video description. Also make sure to check these videos out here if you want to see similar videos exploring the average income in New Zealand. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to catching you on the next one. Cheers.